Did giants once rule the earth? Shocking. Evidence you won't believe. For generations, cultures across the globe have whispered of a forgotten age, when giants walked among us, towering over humans and shaping the world in unimaginable ways. These beings, said to have built colossal structures and wielded great power, are woven into the myths of ancient civilizations, from the Sumerians and Greeks to Native American folklore, and even the Bible. The thought of giants ruling the earth stirs a deep sense of awe and wonder, yet leaves us questioning. Could these stories hold a kernel of truth? Were these towering figures not mere myths, but a hidden chapter of our history? As we journey through this mystery, we encounter not just legends, but pieces of evidence, overlooked or dismissed by mainstream scholars, that challenge our understanding of the past. The idea of giants ruling the earth beckons us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about ancient history. Are we prepared to face the possibility that giants once roamed the land, leaving behind a legacy far more profound than we can fathom? Join us as we explore the shocking evidence, ancient wisdom, and scientific skepticism surrounding this question. If this journey leaves you captivated, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content and share your thoughts in the comments below. First, historical accounts. Myths in ancient texts mentioning the rule of giants. Throughout the ages, giants have held a significant place in the myths and religious texts of many ancient cultures. These towering beings, often depicted as possessing immense size, strength, and intellect, are said to have once ruled over humanity. Whether we look at the biblical Nephilim or the Greek Titans, giants emerge as more than mere characters in stories. They are portrayed as divine or semi-divine beings who shaped the early world and left a profound mark on humanity's consciousness. But could these ancient accounts hold fragments of a forgotten truth buried deep in humanity's past? Who in the Bible, the Nephilim are described as mighty men of old, men of renown. Genesis 6-4. These giants were born from the union of the sons of God, often interpreted as fallen angels, and human women, creating beings who were part divine, part mortal. Their immense power and influence contributed to the corruption and violence that spread across the earth, playing a central role in the moral decay that led to the Great Flood. The presence of the Nephilim was seen as a sign of humanity's downfall, and their actions were said to be one of the reasons God chose to cleanse the world. In the Book of Enoch, an ancient Jewish text not included in the Bible, but revered by early Christian communities, provides even more details about these giants. It tells of the Watchers, angels who defied God by taking human wives and fathering the Nephilim. These giants imparted forbidden knowledge to humans, teaching them the ways of warfare and sorcery, leading to widespread chaos. Their reign of destruction and violence, marked by unchecked power, eventually led to the flood. These ancient accounts pose a striking question. Were these giants real, or do they symbolize something deeper about humanity's struggle with power and corruption? Greek mythology presents us with another race of giants, the Titans. These mighty beings, the children of Gaia, Earth, and Uranus, Sky, ruled the cosmos before being overthrown by the Olympian gods. Led by Kronos, the Titans' reign represented an era of chaos and disorder. Much like the Nephilim, the Titans had to be defeated for a new order to emerge. The story of their downfall, led by Zeus, symbolizes the triumph of order over chaos, of a new world emerging from the remnants of the old. Could these tales of giants reflect more than just myth? Perhaps they capture the universal struggle between civilization and the primal forces of destruction. Even across the ocean, in the legends of North American indigenous tribes, we find tales of giants. The Paiute tribe, for instance, tells of the citing, a race of red-haired cannibalistic giants who terrorized the region until they were driven to extinction. The discovery of giant skeletal remains in Lovelock Cave, Nevada, in the early 20th century sparked renewed interest in the possibility that these stories were based on real events. Could the citing have been real, much like the Nephilim and Titans? The striking similarities between these stories from different cultures raise a fascinating question. Are these myths describing the same race of beings? The global nature of these legends suggests that the idea of giants was not confined to one region or people, but part of a shared belief system that spanned continents. Perhaps these giants, whether real or symbolic, represent a deeper truth about humanity's past, a time when we grappled with the forces of power, chaos, and corruption. Today, the question of whether giants truly existed continues to intrigue scholars, theologians, and researchers. While no definitive evidence has been found, the consistency of these legends, along with the discovery of giant skeletal remains and unexplained megalithic structures, keeps the debate alive. Skeptics argue that these remains are the result of exaggeration or misidentification, while believers see them as proof of an ancient race of giants. As we continue to explore our origins, the line between myth and reality may blur, and what was once dismissed as legend could be revealed as a forgotten chapter of our history. Whether literal or metaphorical, giants remain a powerful symbol of humanity's ongoing struggle with the forces that shaped our world. Second, archaeological discoveries, findings that suggest the existence of giant rulers for centuries. The stories of giants have been dismissed as mere myth, yet archaeological discoveries hint at the possibility that these legends may hold deeper truths, from skeletal remains that defy normal human proportions to monumental structures that challenge our understanding of ancient technology. The evidence is as startling as it is difficult to dismiss. These findings, scattered across the globe, ignite debate among scholars, some of whom argue that a race of giants may have once held dominion over humanity. One of the most compelling clues comes from reports of unearthed skeletal remains far larger than those of typical humans. These accounts span time and geography, suggesting the existence of beings who once walked the earth in forms that dwarfed the rest of humanity. In 1895, miners in Antrim, Ireland, discovered a massive skeleton over 12 feet in length. This revelation shook the scientific community, challenging established ideas about human history. However, like many such discoveries, the skeleton vanished before it could be thoroughly examined, leaving the truth obscured in mystery. Similarly, in the United States, early 20th century, excavations of Native American burial mounds revealed skeletons ranging from 8 to 12 feet in height. Reports from states like Wisconsin, Illinois, and Ohio sparked intrigue, but much like the discoveries in Ireland, the remains mysteriously disappeared, fueling speculation and conspiracy theories. Some suggest that powerful institutions suppressed these findings to avoid a radical shift in our understanding of human history. If proven true, the existence of giants would challenge not only evolutionary theory, but also our entire conception of ancient civilizations. The ancient city of Ba'albek in Lebanon presents another mystery, home to the Stone of the Pregnant Woman. A monolithic block weighing over 1,000 tons, this site continues to puzzle engineers and archaeologists alike. How were these immense stones, some weighing nearly as much, cut, transported, and placed with precision without modern technology? The scale of the architecture at Ba'albek suggests that ordinary humans could not have achieved this feat. Some researchers propose that beings of extraordinary strength and knowledge, possibly giants, were responsible for these constructions. Megalithic sites like Stonehenge in England and the pyramids of Giza in Egypt raise similar questions. The precision with which these stones were aligned, often corresponding with astronomical events, defies conventional explanations. Stonehenge's massive stones, weighing up to 25 tons, were transported from quarries over 150 miles away, while the pyramids of Giza feature blocks weighing up to 80 tons. How did ancient people accomplish these monumental tasks with primitive tools? Some theorists suggest that giants, with their superior strength, may have played a role in shaping these megalithic wonders. Beyond these iconic sites, places like Sacsayhuaman in Peru and Nabta Playa in Egypt showcase even more examples of extraordinary engineering skill. The precision and scale of these constructions continue to spark debate among scholars. While mainstream archaeologists credit human ingenuity, alternative researchers argue that a lost race of giants, or at least beings with advanced knowledge, may have been responsible. Despite these tantalizing discoveries, the mainstream academic community largely dismisses the idea of giants ruling the earth. Skeptics point out that many reports of giant skeletons may have been exaggerated or misinterpreted, and some artifacts, particularly those found in North America, are labeled as hoaxes. The mysterious disappearance of evidence, such as the Antrim skeleton and the burial mound findings, only fuels speculation that there is a deliberate effort to suppress this information. The idea of giants disrupts many established scientific and historical narratives. It forces us to reconsider not just human evolution, but also the technology and culture of ancient civilizations. Giants, if they existed, would have challenged humanity's claim to supremacy, as they may have possessed knowledge and abilities far beyond what we currently understand. The implications of such a discovery would be profound, reshaping our understanding of the past and our place in the universe. Whether or not giants once walked, the Earth remains an open question. The persistence of these stories and occasional discoveries continue to inspire those who dare to question the established narratives. Could these ancient beings have ruled over humanity, shaping our history as gods or demigods? While mainstream academia remains skeptical, the search for answers continues, keeping alive the possibility that our understanding of human history is far from complete. The question of giants may yet reveal profound truths about our world and the forces that shaped it. 3. Scientific skepticism. Why modern science hesitates to accept these theories. The notion that giants once ruled the Earth is captivating, yet the scientific community remains deeply skeptical, grounded in its reliance on evidence and adherence to established theories. This skepticism is not necessarily due to a lack of potential evidence, but rather the challenge such claims pose to long-standing beliefs about human evolution and history. Several reasons explain why modern science hesitates to embrace the idea of giants despite the intriguing discoveries and ancient accounts that seem to point toward their existence. One of the biggest obstacles in proving the existence of giants is the mysterious disappearance of skeletal remains. Over the years, there have been countless reports of giant skeletons unearthed across the world. Yet in many cases, these remains vanish before being studied, leaving only questions behind. Skeptics argue that without tangible evidence, no scientific conclusion can be drawn. Without the physical proof, the stories remain in the realm of myth, forever just beyond the grasp of verification. On the other hand, some suggest that these disappearances may not be accidental. There are those who believe that powerful institutions, whether museums, governments, or academic bodies, could be deliberately hiding or destroying evidence of giants, the discovery of a race of giants. They argue would threaten the accepted narrative of human history, and thus there might be a concerted effort to keep such truths hidden. While many mainstream scientists dismiss such conspiracy theories, the frequent disappearance of alleged evidence keeps the conversation alive, leaving some to wonder if more is being concealed than revealed. Another challenge is the lack of peer-reviewed research. Most claims about giant skeletons come from amateur researchers, local reports, or non-academic sources, which often do not meet the rigorous standards required by scientific journals, without proper examination by trained archaeologists or anthropologists. The scientific community is hesitant to give these claims serious consideration. In science, the peer review process is vital to maintaining the integrity of research. Every discovery must be scrutinized, analyzed, and confirmed by other experts before it can be accepted as fact. Unfortunately, the reports about giants rarely meet these standards, leaving most scientists skeptical. The reluctance of science to accept the existence of giants is also rooted in the fact that it contradicts the current understanding of human evolution. According to fossil records and anthropological studies, Homo sapiens have not significantly deviated in size for hundreds of thousands of years. Giants, as described in ancient myths, would represent a massive anomaly in the evolutionary timeline. The absence of giant-sized human fossils in mainstream archaeological finds further supports the prevailing view that such beings did not exist. Yet supporters of the giant theory argue that the fossil record is incomplete. They point out that history has often been rewritten by new discoveries that challenge previously accepted truths. The discovery of Homo floresiensis, a small hominid species found in Indonesia, forced scientists to reconsider some aspects of human evolution. Likewise, the discovery of giant remains could revolutionize our understanding of the past. However, without concrete evidence, the scientific community remains cautious, standing by the evolutionary models that have been built on decades of research. At its core, science's hesitation stems from the potential disruption that giants would bring to our current understanding of history and evolution. Scientific paradigms are built on years of accumulated knowledge, and any new discovery that contradicts these models is met with resistance. Giants, if proven to have existed, would introduce a forgotten chapter in human history, one that could force us to rethink everything we know about human development, culture, and civilization. This conservatism in science serves an important purpose. It ensures that only well-supported theories are accepted, yet it can also lead to resistance against change, even when compelling evidence begins to emerge. Giants, though deeply rooted in ancient texts and folklore, remain outside the bounds of scientific acceptance because they do not fit within the established framework of human history. But science is not immune to shifts. Throughout history, new discoveries have often challenged the status quo, forcing paradigms to evolve. Giants, if ever proven, could mark such a shift. As more discoveries and reports surface, the question of whether giants once walked the earth becomes harder to ignore. While science rightly maintains a level of skepticism, the persistence of these stories and the occasional archaeological anomalies continue to captivate both researchers and the public. The reluctance of the scientific community to accept the existence of giants is rooted in the challenge it poses to our current understanding of history. But should new evidence emerge, it could compel science to reconsider its stance. Until then, the debate remains open, leaving us to wonder what truths about humanity's ancient past still lie waiting to be uncovered. 4. What does the evidence suggest? The stories of giants ruling the earth have stirred the human imagination for centuries. From biblical accounts to ancient myths, and even to archaeological discoveries, the evidence is both intriguing and hard to ignore. Yet the scientific establishment remains cautious, keeping the idea of giants on the edges of serious academic debate. But what if the skeptics are mistaken? What if, hidden beneath layers of myth and skepticism, there is a kernel of truth to these ancient legends? The physical evidence, though limited, is striking. The cultural tales, though ancient, share a remarkable consistency. And the question, though contentious, remains unanswered. Could giants have once walked among us, shaping the early world in ways we have yet to understand? The answer may lie in the evidence we have not yet uncovered, or in the stories we have too readily dismissed. The one thing is clear: the truth, whatever it may be, is still waiting to emerge. And when it does, it could be more profound and shocking than we ever imagined.